This is the coordinated entry data entry training for the Cape Cod and Islands COC. The first step with data entry into any project in Servicepoint is to set your enter data as. Because of my role in HMIS, I have to shadow a system user, so don't be confused by Mark's name in the EDA box. When you log into the system, click on Enter Data As and select Coordinated Entry. If necessary, set the back date to the day when data was collected, not the day that you are entering data into the system. You'll know that you're in backdate mode by the bright yellow line across the top of the screen. Click on Client Point. Search for the client. If the client does not exist in the system, add the new client. If the client does exist, click on the pencil next to the client's name. The backdate mode pop-up screen asks if you want to continue using the date that you have set. If so, click Use Current System Date. If not, set a different backdate. On the client profile screen, click on Entry Exit, and then click on Add Entry Exit. In the Project Start Data pop-up, the project name and the entry date are already selected for you. You must select the project type, which has to be HUD, and click Save and Continue. Under the HUD CEUDEs, fill in any data that is missing. Relationship to head of household, and does the client have a disabling condition? You can scroll down and save, which I highly recommend to save frequently. Next, scroll down to Coordinated Entry Assessment. Click on Add. Under the Add Record Set pop-up, fill in the location, the assessment type, the assessment level, and prioritization status. You'll know prioritization status based on the score of the assessment. Then click Save. Fill in the information for client location, which is our COC code, prior living situation. Depending on the answer you select for prior living situation, other questions may pop up. For example, place not meant for habitation asks questions about length of stay, time of homelessness, number and months of homelessness. A different choice, such as long-term care facility, will not produce the same questions. But for this client, we'll say place not meant for habitation. And length of stay, approximate date homelessness started, number of times homeless in the past 3 years, number of months homeless in the past 3 years. Once again, I like to save as soon as I finish. Now you scroll down to the vulnerability index screen. Depending on whether the person is a single individual, a youth, or if it's a family head of household, you would choose family. At this time, the COC is not referring families to COC projects. So if that changes in the future, you can use the Family Vulnerability Index. But for this purpose, we will use the VI SPDAT. As you can see, the start date has already been stamped in because we're in backdate mode. And we'll just go through and fill this out. And obviously, you will fill in whatever your client has said. When you have answered all the questions, click the Calculate button. If by some chance you miss a question and you try to calculate, you can still proceed. Click the Save button. A pop-up will come up telling you you missed a question and ask you if you want to answer the question. Click Calculate again, click Save again, and it brings you back to the screen where you can see that the VI SPDAT has been entered and it exists now in the client record. If you want to look at the SPDAT or if you made a mistake, you want to fix it, click on the pencil, go back in and fix it. But don't change a VI SPDAT. If you do a new VI SPDAT, enter it as a new one. Don't delete an old one or edit an old one. As you scroll up the screen now, you can see all of the information that the client has in their coordinated entry file. Click Save. And when you click Save and Exit, you go back to the client's summary screen, and there you can see all the information that you have on this client. The coordinated entry is here, the VI SPDAT is here. That's all there is to it. So if you have any questions, please get in touch with me, Martha Taylor, and my email is martha.taylor@barnstablecounty.org. And that's it. Thank you for watching.